Hello beauties, and welcome back to my corner of the internet. If you are new here, then my name is Mariah, also known as Live Life's Beauty, and I'm so glad that you have joined me. So I hope I'm not shaking too much. I do want to apologize, but I am on my way to meet with my mom because today we are going fabric shopping. Now ideally I would have loved to do this intro when we obviously stopped off in a location and the car wasn't on, hence the camera wouldn't be shaking. However, I am stuck in so much traffic this morning. Like, I go to my mum's to drop off my son in the mornings, and it's never been this bad. Oh, I hope I didn't knock the mic then. It's never been this bad. I've had to take 2 diversions, and I'm still in literally slow moving traffic. So I'm going to do my intro here because I am going to take you along with me today when we get there. And I'm just going to show you what I get today. So my goal with fabric shopping today is to buy Christmas prints. I really want to make my kids Christmas pajamas this year. They're not going to be anything fancy, but they're going to be homemade because it is a tradition that every year I do a December box. So it's called a December box instead of a Christmas Eve box, where I buy them a new mug, some socks, and they get some new pajamas, and they open it on December just because I seen an influencer called Natalie Bennett, and she gave me the idea, and I thought, oh my gosh, that is so much better than a Christmas Eve box because they get to wear it all December long instead of just for one night, because really honestly Christmas is over after Christmas Day. So yeah, they get it the 1st of December, and then they get to wear their pajamas and their new socks all month long. So I really need to get cracking on that. I did see some fabrics online, but just for the price of shipping, I really want to keep this cost to a minimum, and I know that where we're going to go has like a huge range of fabrics and they are quite affordable. The only thing I have heard about it is that it's more for making twirls and not really for fancy stuff. However, like, I'm a beginner and I'm not really looking for fancy stuff. I'm really looking for basics because I don't want to spend a lot on fabric and then, you know, make mistakes, which I will be doing, or make something that doesn't turn out great, which will also probably happen. So yeah, I have my list with me today, guys, because like I said, I really need to be penny pinching, and one of the mistakes that I did realize that I made with fabric was just picking things because I thought they were really pretty or I liked the print, and then when I came to actually sewing stuff, I realized, well, not sewing because I actually haven't sewed anything yet, guys, but when I came to want to sell things, I realized that it wasn't the right material for the garments that I wanted to make and all of those things. So yeah, I did go through my stash, my fabric stash, because I do already have fabrics that I have showed you guys, but nothing is Christmassy and nothing is for what I really want to make. So I do have a list to buy materials that I can use to make t-shirts. I want to make some long sleeve fitted t-shirt, and I'm going to make them in black and white, ideally black. I really want to make some basic leggings. I don't own leggings. I did throw all of my leggings away. However, now that I have also thrown all of my tracksuit bottoms away because I want to start dressing more feminine and not scruffy, I don't have leggings to put under like trousers and skirts, and it's really cold in the UK, so I really want to just get some material to make some basic leggings, and then what I have left over I can make my kids leggings, because honestly they grow out of them so quickly. And then I want to make the material for the Christmas pajamas. I am going to make basic pajamas, so it will just be a t-shirt with trousers, that kind of pajamas. I did think about making it like that fleece fabric pajamas, but again, I don't know. I'm trying to keep the cost at a minimum. However, I do know that my kids will get the full wear out of fleece pajamas, because again, in the UK it's very cold. My daughter did want a dressing gown. My oldest daughter doesn't have a dressing gown, so again, if I can find some fleece material that is reasonably priced, I will probably get her that, because she doesn't have a dressing gown. She's been asking for a dressing gown, and again, I can use that to further my skills. So yeah, guys, that is my list. I really want to stick to it. I'm hoping that the budget for just the pajamas can be £20. I do need 5 yards, so 2 yards for each girl and then 1 yard for my son. I'm thinking that I want to make them the same but different, so if I can find the same print in two different colors, so red for Christmas and then green for my son, I will. If not, then I'll just get them all one color. But I like the same but different, but I do also like matching for all of my kids. So yeah, I'm gonna try and stick to traditional Christmas colors, so the reds, the greens, but again, I am into the print first and foremost. So we have beaten the traffic now, guys, so I will check back in with you when we are shopping for some fabrics, guys. Hello beauties, so in full transparency, it is a couple of days since we last went shopping. So the Birmingham Bullring market is only open on a Tuesday and Saturday, so I had to go on either a Tuesday or Saturday to ensure that all of the vendors were going to be there. So I did go on a Tuesday. So I did have a backup if I didn't find anything, which was going to be the online material that I did find. However, it ended up being really valuable that I went as a beginner to sewing. It ended up being really valuable that I did go there because I got to see the materials and feel the materials firsthand, which is something that you just can't do with online shopping. What ended up happening was that I didn't end up finding any material for what I wanted to do, guys, because a lot of the material that was there was just like plain polyester kind of materials, satin materials, beading materials, and a lot of 100% cotton fabrics. And whilst they were really pretty prints, they just weren't for what I wanted to make, because what I wanted to make was t-shirts. So I wanted it to have some stretch. And when I did speak to the shop owners or the stall owners, they did say like, yeah, this kind of cotton is mainly used for projects, not really clothing. But if they do use it for clothing, then it's more like shirts and dresses. So that gave me a good insight into the materials now that I've looking online. So when I went to order the material that I seen online, it ended up that that was also 100% cotton. So whilst the print was really nice, the material wasn't what I wanted either. So I was kind of stumped after that. I was just like, oh, what can I make? And it's a good job for you guys that you're seeing me film this today, because you get to see what I did end up purchasing. So thanks to good old technical difficulties, I've had to refilm this outro twice. This is my third time filming it. So because we are a couple of days after that, I did end up going back on the Saturday and I did end up buying some material. So with that being said, on the Tuesday I went, and remember I said I wanted to make some basic t-shirts for myself. I ended up finding this, and this is what I wanted to find, but just with the Christmas print, and they had nothing, guys, and I'm not even joking. It was just all plain colors or plain colors. So yeah, I would consider this to be a two-way stretch. It has a lot more stretch one way than it does the other way. If I hold it up, it is a bit see-through, but I think once it's formed into a t-shirt, it will be just fine. I ended up buying 2 meters of this because this is all that they had. It was literally just a little piece of, I wouldn't say scrap, but like a material that they just draped over something. So it was the last 2 meters. In the UK, we do measure things by meters, not yards. I know my American friends, you do yards. Here we do meters. I'm not sure what that equates to, if you get more for the meter or less, but we do meters. So I can't remember the exact price, but this couldn't have been no more than £2 a meter. And I got 2 meters of this. And then I didn't get bamboozled, but I feel like I did get bamboozled because I didn't really need it, but I loved it so much. I'm gonna talk about it first, then show you, or show you and do my voice over the clip because it's really, really rustly. So I ended up getting that from that huge pile of material that you seen on the floor. That was basically 50p a meter for any of the material that was on the floor. The only caveat with that was that you had to buy the whole thing, so they couldn't cut it off. I ended up finding that material and I just instantly fell in love. Like, I instantly seen it and I knew that I wanted to make one of those mesh long sleeve top for next summer, and it was just calling my name, and I thought 50p a meter, that's great. However, me being me, when I pulled it all out, it ended up being like 5 or 6 meters, and I was just like, I do not need 5 to 6 meters of this. But the man was like, I can't cut it, like you have to take it all or leave it, basically. And I was just like, I really love it, but I don't want 5 meters. I just want to make a long sleeve t-shirt. You don't need 5 meters to do that. So he ended up giving me a deal. I think it ended up coming out to £2.50, so it must be 6 meters, and he gave it me for £2. So for £2 for 6 meters of fabric, obviously that's fantastic. But me being me, I have a really small fabric stash, so I don't like to overbuy stuff because it has to stay in the stash until it gets used, and then obviously that's taking up space, and 6 meters of a material is taking up a lot of space. Now with that, it is like a flock material, and it does say Weekend Collective in the raised flock. Now I have washed all of these and dried them, and that has gotten absolutely everywhere from just washing and drying. It's transferred on all the other fabrics, and some of my fabrics are now like shiny when they shouldn't be. So I've had to keep it in a bag. It lives in a bag until it gets used next summer is when I'm planning to make it. So I ended up getting those two on the Tuesday. So like I said, I wanted to order my fabric online, and then I seen that that also was 100% cotton, which I didn't want because I needed something with stretch. So after doing some brainstorming, I thought, okay, I really seen this velvet pajama set that I absolutely loved, and I think it's so pretty, and I feel like I can do it. Like, I know I'm a beginner, I know it's going to be like my first project, but I'm very confident in my abilities to see and do something because I've watched enough videos, and I feel like the videos have taught me what to do. So I am going to make a velvet pajama set. I know, call me crazy, but I went back on the Saturday because that was the only day it was open, and I found this, guys. It's so pretty. So this is a stretch velvet, and I would say that this is kind of like a crushed velvet. It is a deep red. So they did have a bright red, and then they had this deep red. Um, I wouldn't say burgundy. I would say it's a deep red. I ended up buying 5 meters of this, guys, and this was £2 a meter, which is absolutely fantastic deal. And I feel like that will be enough for what I want to make for my 3 kids. I'm not really sure how my sewing machine's going to take that fabric because I don't have a heavy duty sewing machine. I just have like a basic sewing machine is what I would classify it as. And then I ended up buying this because my daughter needs some pajama bottoms because she has none, and this was only £1 a meter, and I thought fantastic, and I can also use it to practice before I cut up my real thing. However, this is very slinky, so I ended up getting 3 meters of that, and that was £1 per meter, which was absolutely fantastic. I have already tried using that, and it's not the best to work with, as everybody says. Stretch materials are one of the most difficult materials to work with. However, I am a person who loves doing difficult things. So yeah, I'm still going to get going on that. And Birmingham Bullring Market, you can also get so much more than just materials. So they have a lot of notions, and I ended up picking up this. And I thought that would be beautiful against the red because I want to make a Peter Pan collar for the girls. And then I ended up buying this red bias binding. It looks very red on the camera. It's not that red, it's more of a deeper red. So we have those, and I did get some other bits like this elastic because I plan to do elastic sleeves and an elastic waistband. I'm not sure if this is thick enough, but I have lots of different elastics, but you never have too much elastics because I like elastics. So yeah, guys, this video is abruptly coming to a close because my son is now awake. So yeah, guys, that's everything that I ended up buying at Bullring Market. I really hope you enjoyed coming shopping with me, and I really hope you stick around to see what I end up making with the fabrics that I did end up buying, because I will be recording that for you. Now, it won't be in next week's video, but it will be in a video upcoming very soon because they have to get done before December the 1st, because you know, like I said, they are in the December box that the elf drops off. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. Do not forget to live life's beauty, because life is beautiful and it's out there waiting to be lived by you. And hopefully I will see you in another video. Bye.